All right, warriors, welcome back. We're going to do a breathing exercise. It's going to take 5 seconds, 5 Mississippis. And what we want to do is just be able to reset our minds, even though for some of you it's very fresh. The pain is real, and I know that. And I want you to understand what we're not trying to do is forget. What we're trying to do is learn to manage it, and then later alchemize that. Because if you don't understand, anger can be provoked out of anyone who is still harboring hurt. In other words, instead of putting a tourniquet on it, you put a Band-Aid. And you just idly by walking through life, still engaging in connections, and causing a divide because of your understanding, and you're just hypersensitive and easily triggered. And what you may be doing is punishing others that you've never met for the transgressions of others that deserve that kind of treatment. Warriors, some of the things that we need to understand is, before this breathing exercise, is we need to start working on our body, our mind, and our spirit. To leave any of those out is to only heal part of the way. As a whole, what we do is we break it down in baby steps, little portions here and there. It's kind of like introducing vegetables to babies and different foods. Small introductions. Warriors, let's do this breathing exercise. Let's take a badass walk on the beach. We'll have some laughs. We'll have some aha moments, hopefully. And hopefully we'll be able to share and add another little puzzle piece of understanding to give you the relief you seek. The relief you so deserve. 5 seconds. After that, we'll take that walk, and I'll reveal some tests that you need to be observing so that you don't get so engaged and invested before it's too late. Too late to pull back and save that reputation that you work so hard to build. 5 seconds, come on, let's do this. Release slowly. All right. Yeah, I fucked around yesterday and forgot to eat. I was having so much fun with a GoPro and with that drone that time just flew by. So I'm having some Lipton instant soup, chicken soup, and I love it, man. A friend of mine just gave it to me. I'm fixing to put some of this on my Amazon wish list for sure. See, these are little packets you can put in your pocket, keep in your glove box. Man, they come in handy. So I gotta introduce my stomach to soft food because I stayed away from solid food for an entire day. Now, same goes with our understanding of narcissist abuse and awareness, educating ourselves. It's got to come in baby steps. We've got to introduce it in small doses, because otherwise panic and anxiety can set in. It's very overwhelming. And you know, some of the things that I've asked you to reconsider in every decision you make are these 3 tenets, these 3 questions, these 3 life-saving questions. And that is this decision going to bring shame, or will it bring guilt or regret? And if you can consider these 3, even if you're an atheist, because let me tell you something, right now, it doesn't matter to me what faith you have. That's for the good Lord to sort out, not for me. I'm here, and others of you need to understand, are here to plant seeds and let your actions be your testimony. You can't convert anyone. It's a choice. It's part of God's way of showing Satan himself that it's free will that brings worship, not demanding out of fear to come and seek the Word of God. And look, narcissists lack confidence. And we all know that, and this is their weakest link. If they could, and I'm going to share it only because they can't help but do it. So it doesn't matter if I say it. It's the truth. And even though they know it, they can't contest it. They don't have that inner voice to say, hey, shut up, or get the fuck out of here. I'm not listening. I'm going to do the right thing, right? What it is that narcissists do since childhood, they've experimented with making decisions on their own, and it led to catastrophic endings. And therefore, their self-esteem and lacking confidence in their own decision-making has been destroyed. On top of having toxic-ass parents that told them how stupid they were and ignorant, and they started to behave and make decisions based on what they were told, and they began to believe it. This isn't your fault. This isn't your doing. But because of this, they go seeking opinions from everyone except for you, the one that matters. They seek guidance and counsel and advice from their own kind. See, because narcissists' weakness is it matters what others think about them. And what makes you so unique is at one point they made you believe that it mattered, and now you come to realize you set the bar. You're not in competition. Maybe with yourself, but nay, not with others, and their opinions don't matter. Warriors, narcissists get this kind of advice, and guess what happens? The people that's giving them the advice want their turn with them, or want their turn with you. So what kind of advice do you think they're going to give? Psst, hey, you can do better. In fact, I can introduce you, but I'm not going to turn you loose on this prospect until you sever ties with what you're with. Narcissists fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. Why? Well, they overvalue themselves in the market. Warriors, when you work on these three things, you're gonna separate yourself from the rest. And that is when you're working on your mind, your body, your spirit, that is your health. Exercising. Get your asses off that fucking couch and start paying attention to your body. Some of you have been laying in hermit for so damn long that you haven't even made a doctor's visit in a couple years. You need to go get your asses checked up on, and you need to start exercising physically and start feeling the results. Some of you just need to start also incorporating your spiritual health as part of your regiment. I challenge you this. Whatever amount of time you spend on apps, games, and the computer, no, fuck that. Because if I say use half that time for your spiritual studies, your exercise, and your boundaries, then that'd be a bit too much of a challenge. So I'm gonna say this: spend 30 minutes each day doing all three. Not all three, but one at a time. So that's an hour and a half hour spent on exercise, A half hour spent on your spiritual health, reading scripture, having the ability to concentrate on the word. And then, when I say exercising and knowing your boundaries, knowing what it is you expect of others. And what should that be? Look at me. Stop what the fuck you're doing. It should be, at a bare fucking minimum, the life you're leaving. Well, not leaving, living. You see, you're not asking for anyone to live above the standard that you aren't already living. And that's the bare minimum, warriors. See, others want to sell you on the idea that you can fix them. They need a live-in therapist, a babysitter. They want to go on their drunken drug stupors, and they want to be able to call you to come and save them from themselves. Warriors, let's go over some things. First off, the test in understanding if you might be dealing with a narcissist is going to be first by having an acute sense of your environment. Being able to listen to multiple conversations and watch others without absorbing what the true character of the person is. And this is what I mean. Narcissists lack empathy, we know that, but they can mimic empathy. And so when moments arise, wherever you happen to be, where empathy is just, look around you. Because this is what I want you to pay attention. Narcissists normally going to hesitate. They can act empathetic, but they don't feel it naturally. So there's a huge delay because you're reading off of everybody else's emotions and feelings so that they can join in. So look for that delay in empathy. Kind of like watching a movie and they look at, oh, is this the part where you cry? Oh, it's over? Shit. Okay. We're done? Oh, this is the hug part. Shit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You get the picture? All right, good. Now, this is another thing, and I want you to fucking haul ass. It should send chills throughout your body. When you hear someone trying to convince you you're their soulmate. Look, you can test the fires and then come back and remark how that went wrong for you. In fact, some of you have been through it already. Caught the feels for the spells, the word spells. Yeah, put it in the remarks. So folks know I ain't making this shit up. You can't. And look, another thing is, whenever tragedy hits your life or anyone else's, what I want you to pay attention to this is to this. Were they there for them? Were they there for you? I guarantee you they were the first to disappear. Unavailable. Or the minute you call, first thing out of their mouth, hey, how you doing? I'm broke, man. Hey, what's up? Because they already heard. Well, here's another thing is uncontrollable rage. And look, you're better off not ever witnessing it, but if you're ever in that line of fire, excuse yourself. Don't provide them an audience because it only accelerates the fuel. The more witnesses they have, the more belligerent they become. Without an audience, you'll see the opposite. You'll see a coward. You see, a narcissist can only front with witnesses. But they bark like a junkyard dog until the veil slips off and you see a little chihuahua A little teacup popcorn fart with a loud voice. Another thing is they lack self-control. They can't be civil in working out disagreements. It will always end up with shame, guilt, and insults because they don't have the intellectual capacity to even hold a conversation with substance. What makes you think that they can sort out a disagreement? Another thing is this. Their lies, their deceit, their smearing is on a continuum. It doesn't end. And they truly feel in their heart of hearts everyone is out to get them or be like them. They got to be the idol. Whereas anyone triggering fear in you or an uneasiness around them, you need to get the hell out. If you feel uneasy at hello, see yourself out. If you don't feel comfortable in the presence of somebody, then exercise your freedom of choice. I'm going to tell you a joke that I heard of a narcissist who had 3 girlfriends, and he was trying to pick one to be his wife. And so he has an idea. He says, I'm going to give each one $2,000 and see what they do with it. The first girlfriend grabs that $2,000, goes out, buys a big screen TV, a set of golf clubs, hands it to him. Says, you mean so much to me that I took that money you gave me and I bought you gifts. And then the other girlfriend, she goes out, practically almost does the same thing, but it's different gifts. Well, the third girlfriend, check this out. She takes that money, she invests it, doubles it, gives him the $2,000 back and says, honey, I got the other $2,000, reinvest it for our future. That narcissist looks in bewilderment. He's going, wow, this is something. So what he does in his greatness, he goes and seeks advice from others because they matter, right? And he picks the one with the biggest tits. See, warriors, this is what you're dealing with. Shallow, surface level, lacking the ability for deeper thought. Warriors, you're better than they are, and you know better. What's convicting to the empath the most is knowing the difference, especially when confronted with an opportunity for payback. And you exercise restraint, because karma is not yours to give. It belongs to the Lord. And besides, you'd be exercising so much leniency. When the good Lord swings, he don't miss. I'm afraid you'd hesitate because you got that bleeding heart. So get the fuck out the way and let the good Lord take care of his own. He made them. Who knows better? Can I get an amen? Or a what? Or say what? Well, just get out of there. Get out of that harem closet. You don't belong there. And you know good and well that in some of these crowds you're going to be invited to, you're uneasy with just a fucking invitation. Look, no one says you have to be aggressive in your denying them or rejecting the invitation. Give yourself an exit. Man, I appreciate that invitation. That's so awesome, you thinking about me and everything. Tell you what, I plan on being there. God willing. If an emergency don't happen to arrive or something else more better bestest. Like, gee, I don't know, your peace. Because you're no one else's peace. Whereas you work too damn hard to just be picked for your tits. Get out there and fucking own it. You're numero uno. You're badasses. I thank you so much for sharing in the remarks. And I also appreciate all the support, truly. It's never goodbye. It's always until next time. Baby steps, warriors. Don't get so aggravated. Once you get that sail going, you're going to be unstoppable. Let's get you there. Namaste.
Jesse, what are you doing today?
We're going to skydive today.
We're going to
skydive. Faith.
Leap of faith. Hey, that's what this is.
Doing it for the tribe, the warrior tribe.
Do you know how high we're going? Did they tell you?
14,500
Close. 14,500 feet, yep. And then we're going to be falling at...
a high rate of speed.
Very fast. We're going to be falling very fast. We're going to be falling at 120 miles an hour. Sweet. Have you ever gone that fast before?
No, I have not.
Okay, are you ready to go that fast?
I'm ready.
Okay.
We're going to do it today. You got my back.
Yep. Oh, I'm gonna get your face, but you know your TI will have your back.
All right.
What made you want to skydive? What brought you here today?
Facing fear.
Yeah? Are you afraid of heights?
Facing fear head on. No.
No.
I'm afraid of not trying new opportunities.
There you go.
I'm afraid of living in the woulda, shoulda, coulda, and I'm not going to do it. Lead and live by example.
There you go. You heard it here first from Jesse. All right, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Woo!
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. To create a song, I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands.
What'd you think of that?
I loved it.
Woo! You know, honestly, I have no idea who won the sword fight, so I guess we'll have to call it a draw.
There you go. We'll have to do it again.
All right, when are you gonna get your license now?
I'm going to work on it tomorrow. I'll be back.
Jesse, thank you for jumping with us to Skydive Lone Star. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
What an honor. Badass crew. I love it here. The hospitality is just phenomenal. 5 stars. If there were 10, I'd give it to you.
We'll take 10, that's fine.
My brother. What a fun ride. Wasn't it awesome?
Hey man, glad y'all came out.
What an experience.
Come and see us again.
Thank you.